versus Cleveland. This is Tito, the man, the mouth of SPC, going against Lampard himself, the man defending his AFC championship. Made it to the Super Bowl last season and lost to the Dallas Cowboys. And we see him bringing pressure, and the pick by Scobert right here. As soon as we tune in, we get the live action pick on defense by Scobert. That's going to be his first interception to go along with his first tackle that he has registered already in this competition. You see back there the Miami Dolphins quarterback, that is Jackson. Jackson overall in our league is, believe it or not, ranked, I believe he's at 80 now. He picked him up at a 64, worked with him really hard last season. Got him up to par as we have a holding call here. I believe it's going to be on the Browns. It is, and that's going to go against Mr. Odell Beckham himself. We know those hands are meant for catching, not blocking. So, back on first down again, 1st and 17. Messentire back, has Junior right there. OBJ catching it across the middle, picking up 7 yards of the 5. He just cost the team himself. Trying to make up for it, giving them a 2nd and 10. Messentire leading the way here for Rookie of the Year. Another lowly ranked QB in terms of overall pick by the Browns after they traded Mayfield over to the Bengals, believe it or not, this offseason. And here you have Laundry getting the ball but not getting the first down. Still a little short, 3rd and 9. Slightly behind the sticks here for the Browns. We'll see what they can do next for their first third and 9 this series. Trying to check the microphone to see if we are streaming live and everything's going good, hopefully. So if you can't hear me in the chat of SPC, please let me know. Messentire in shotgun position, has time, goes over the middle. He has a man. It is Beckham himself making up for that yardage. Yes, he does indeed, as he tries to go for the end zone, but no, cut short at the 2. What a play. Across the middle he goes, reverses his entire body, gets off of a tackle, being chased, as you see, by Allen and a few other Dolphins that didn't get him until he gets to the goal line, setting his team up for a good field position here at 1st and goal. It's a handoff going to Hunt. Hunt will get in for the touchdown. The first touchdown scored this game. Hunt strikes big. And that's going to put the Browns in front. 7-0 is the score, ladies and gentlemen, here in Wild Card Weekend. We've already seen one team from the AFC fold, and that was the Denver Broncos. They folded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, of all teams, who came in as the lowest seed. Of course, that means that the Browns came in as the top seed. 3 teams in that division finished with 10 wins or more. So the AFC North of SPC is no joke. As we have Jackson starting off at a 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Nothing going there for Freeman as he gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And that was Mr. Taki taking him down. As we're just publishing our stuff inside the chat there. Jackson under center again. This is going to be a play action. Pressure coming from the far side again, and down he goes again. He was pressured last time and threw a pick by the same pressuring lineman there, Avery, coming off the weak side, Jackson's backside. No clue he's there till the last second. Forced him to throw a pick last time. This time he holds on and takes a sack. That left tackle is having a problem. 3rd and 19. Miami sending Parker in motion to the weak side of the line. Parker out wide, isolated by himself. Jackson does receive the ball. There's pressure again. He releases it. He does have a goal. I thought Green had it, but he dropped it at the last second. Look at the throw. Everything was on point, but could not get the catch. May want to call the Browns defense lucky on that one, as the ball is now being punted back to their hands. This was going to land out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Probably should have been a conversion on that one. The wide receiver's probably getting, his hands warmed up on the sideline to make sure that doesn't happen again. Nonetheless, we have the Browns coming back out 1st and 10. Messentire again on the field. Under center this time. He's going to hand this one off to Hunt. Hunt has space. He does get a first down. Cleveland wasting no time, showing their dominance with their line of scrimmage, making a hole for Hunt to run through. Didn't get touched at about 8 yards through. that could be a problem as the game goes on. We expect these linemen to get tired. If he's getting 8 yards now, that can turn to a touchdown run later on. First and 10 in. Under center he is. McIntyre drops back. Has a man in the flat. Goes to him. It's Landry. He's going to have a first down and a little more. 5 of 5 McIntyre is on the day. He's a rookie, but he's playing very savvy right now. You can see the Browns' plan here is get their quarterback as comfortable as possible. Nice soft throws. Get him in a rhythm. McIntyre in shotgun this time. Has some pressure. Goes across his body to Johnson out the backfield, making him 6 of 6 for the day with 81 yards. Another completed pass. This one for a short gain, 2 yards. Dolphins defense scrambling around trying to find an answer here early on as they are trying to put a positive spin on the first quarter. Already have a few sacks on their quarterback's back. 1 interception, 1 touchdown. They're down on the scoreboard. So we have Johnson trying to fight his way out the backfield. He's going to pick up a few more yards here, giving them a 3rd and 4. Good position for the Browns to be in. 48-yard line, slightly out of field goal range. We'll see what they do if they don't get the first down here. McIntyre is going to line up with the bunch formation to the left. Defensive line for the Miami Dolphins does a shift. McIntyre feels like he knows the coverage. Goes to the outside route to Beckham Jr. He comes up big again. 3rd down this time. Last time, he was the one that got them to drive all the way to the 2-yard line off a play that probably should have only been about a 12-yard gain. Here we are, Hunt out the backfield, has a guy to beat, has 2 blocks in front of him, but gets a little confused which block to take. Nonetheless, first down made by the Browns. He could have had payday right there, getting that advance in the offseason a little bigger. But this time he goes down, 1st and 10. This is going to be the start of the second quarter already. 29-yard line, the Browns are trying to strike again. McIntyre coming out in the center with 2 tight ends on the field this time. The Browns, heavy formation at the 29-yard line. Looks like we have a little trickery here on the line. Miami doesn't seem confused at all. They just simply press a little hard toward the line of scrimmage. Linebackers start to back off here as the clock is ticking down. And this is going to be a McIntyre handoff after all the motion we had. It ends up being a handoff and a very basic gain here of 1 yard for all the confusion we had happening at the line of scrimmage. McIntyre making the linebacker shift from the left to the right side of the line of scrimmage. Ball is snapped from shotgun, dropping back, goes to the corner route. It's there again. That's going to be McLeaf, I think it is. And I think that makes him 9 of 9 on the day. We're already in the second quarter. This guy hasn't missed a throw yet. Dolphins having a hard time getting their fingers on this man, literally, just to slow him down. Looking like they're going to press her at the line of scrimmage. Important note, Beckham's to the left of the line. This time it's going to be a Hunt. Doesn't matter. A Hunt run. Hunt with 30 yards on the day. Everything moving in the right direction right now for the Browns as they are used to the pressure of the postseason. Made it to the AFC Championship. Made it to the Super Bowl. Won a Super Bowl. This team is experienced when it comes to the postseason. We may be watching the early fold here of the Dolphins, who really wanted to make an impression this year as they force the first incompletion by McIntyre, throwing it out of bounds himself, if you want to call that an incompletion. It is an incompletion technically, but one by choice. So here we have McIntyre, 3rd and 10. Dolphins trying to hold this Browns team to 3 points. 2 high safeties. Ball is snapped. Goes to the far outside. It is caught. He's going to fight for that first down, but doesn't get it. This is going to lead to the field goal unit. Should lead to the field goal unit coming on the field, as they do, lining up for about a 15-yard kick. Ball placed at the 4. The kick is off, and it's good, giving them a 10-point lead here early in the second quarter. This ball is going to get kicked back into the end zone, reflects off the pole. That's going to give the Dolphins a first down at the 25-yard line. Not much you can say so far for the Dolphins offense. They are struggling. It's obvious. They're down 10-0. We've seen sacks. We've seen interceptions. And we've seen a mess. We need to see if Jackson can now get his offense together as he takes the ball this time under center. Goes for a pass. Dangerous. Throws it right over a Browns defender. It does get caught by the running back. And that's going to give them a 2nd and 1. Only 36 yards in the air for them right now, but we'll see if that pass gets Jackson started. 2nd and 1. Jackson handing off to Freeman. This time Freeman fights for that 1 yard, a little more, gets the first down. Miami on the first down here at the 37-yard line. Down by 10, trying to see if they can muster up something positive. Going to the outside play here to Green. Green catching that one. Remember, Green was the one who had the 3rd down conversion drop, which looked like a catch only moments ago. This time shorthanded as he catches this one. Make sure those feet are in bounds. Little toe drag swag and gets out of bounds. Shifting on the Browns defensive front. Jackson making the wide receiver come close to the line. Ball is snapped. Jackson looking comfortable in the pocket. Goes to the end again. Nice move by Freeman with the spin move. He has grass in front of him, but he can't control himself as he tries to go all the way, but does go out of bounds. Looked like he was going to go out of bounds a little earlier there with the move he put on. Look at the spin move. Nice and smooth. The jab step and almost gets it to the end zone. Going out in the red zone to 17 as the Browns are now pressing with 2 wide receivers on the field. Looking like they're about to bring the house. They're bringing something. It's going to be a fake by Jackson. He has time in the pocket. He's moving. He's moving. He does find O'Leary. O'Leary gets struck by lightning, and the ball comes out. Williams with the recovery. Look at this hit. He has it. He's trying to find some space to get creative. And Tawakiwaki comes in and rams him for the fumble. Just when you were in the process of making something happen, it all falls apart in one play in the red zone at the 14. So now the Browns step on the field trying to make the wound expand even more, as they already have a 10-point lead. Dolphins had a good drive going, moving up the field, and now back to square one, putting the defense at task here. Browns handoff. Messentire gives it to Hunt. Hunt drops the ball. It gets picked up. Flowers grabs it. Not sure if they're going to call that back or not. We'll have to see what the referees call, but right now it's a 16. They do call it back. I was going to say they had the ball at the 16-yard line, but this is going to be counted down to 19. Still good stop here as we face a 3rd and 5. The Dolphins defense trying to respond, showing more pressure formations. Maybe they feel that's the way to beat this team. Down by 10. A lot of time in the pocket. Goes deep over the center, and he has Johnson. Out the backfield, Johnson slipped, uncovered. And that's going to be a Browns first down at the 45-yard line. Quickly, the Browns are back on the field at the 45-yard line. Just 3 plays ago, we thought we were going to see the Dolphins get their first points, be it touchdown or field goal. And now we have the Browns threatening to enter their territory at the 48-yard line. It could not have been a worse start for the offense of the Dolphins. Their defense is doing what they can. They're holding them down. They shut down one play from being a touchdown to a 3-point field goal. They almost caused a fumble there. They're now fighting again at 3rd and 6. It's the offense that has to get their act together here quickly to give this team a chance to come back early in this game. Still a lot of time here left to go. 3rd and 6. Messentire back in shotgun formation. 4 spread receivers on the field. Dolphins have one high. Messentire goes over the center, and it's a wide open tight end. available for him. 12 of 13. He is for the day, and that's Njwake, if I'm saying his name correctly. Always get that name wrong. But here we are, nonetheless, 37-yard line in Dolphins territory. This is going to be a play-action pass to the flats. It's going to be to Smith. Smith gets bolted for the fumble. And now we have Howard who picks up. He can't stay on his feet. But that doesn't matter because the Dolphins get possession of the ball again. Both teams' offenses are in gear, and they both cough it up for a turnover. Here we have Jackson over the middle with the pressure, and he throws it to guess who? Takoyaki with his first interception of the game. I believe it was him that forced the fumble earlier. Didn't recover it. Did force it so he can add that to his resume on the day as he's trying to get that bonus in the offseason. That's going to put the Browns on the field only one play later as they try to go to the far corner. This one gets intercepted by Jones. Jones has some space here. Almost gets away from the offensive player that had to turn into a defensive player, but a lot of turnovers here in the last 5 plays. We've had 2 fumbles and 1 interception as this game is getting out of control quickly. 1:59 on the clock. Already under 2 minutes. 2-minute warning here in the second as Jackson drops back from a tight formation to throw the ball to Williams. I don't think he got out of bounds there, so the clock is going to keep ticking. Jackson, Miami has all 3 timeouts at the 49-yard line. Has a few men open. He decides to go to Howard. Good choice. Howard didn't get out of bounds, so we're still on the run here. The clock being, that is. Jackson still in shotgun formation. Decides he's going to go from a spread look to a trips look to the far left of the field. This time it's going to be a handoff to Freeman. Freeman gets the ball to the 33. First timeout is finally used by the Miami Dolphins. You see there the stats at the top. It must not have been Takoyaki that got that fumble, the forced fumble earlier, because they didn't put it by his stat line there. Nor did I just see the interception, so maybe I am right. But I believe he's the guy that forced the fumble along with the interception and 2 tackles on the day. The guy's having an amazing first half. 107 here. Dolphins are down on the road by 10 points. Looking to go deep over the center into Browns. Right down the Brown. I mean, you had 4 or 5 defenders. Dangerous throw. Look at it right there. It's 4 guys there against 1. And he comes down with, that's Wolford who gets that right at the 11-yard line. Clock is still ticking with 40 seconds left. Jackson in shotgun spread formation. He's going to hand this one off to Freeman. Freeman with the spin move again. Almost got by them all. Spin move probably only gave him a yard and a half early, but it just looks so good. You get excited when you see it. 2nd and 10. Dolphins have to call another timeout with 36 seconds on the clock. Ball is placed at the 11-yard line. Browns are pressing them. 2 high safeties. Jackson back in shotgun, motioning his wide receiver to adjust to the coverage. Jackson patiently in the pocket. Patient. Goes to the corner. Oh, the Green, and he dropped it again. That's 2 drops by Green. He had it in his hands. Tried to spin his body around and pull it in. Just lost grip of it as it rotated out of his hands. You can see there on the replay, he couldn't get his hand, he had they call those the alligator hands, so he couldn't get his hands extended to pull the ball in. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Empty backfield this time. Green, the go-to man, has been to the far left of the screen. Jackson thinks he has some time to run, but he doesn't. He takes a hit behind the line of scrimmage. I think the Browns called a timeout here. Maybe they are hoping they could do something with the remaining 26 seconds on the clock. Anyhow, Dolphins send the field goal unit out to get 3 points on the board. 10-3 is now our score as we close out this second quarter. 22 seconds on the clock. Short kick. It's going to be returned by Laundry. A little bit of space there, but not enough to do anything major. It does pick up 1 yard. I think the important thing for the Dolphins here is that some time was taken off the clock for that, making them start with 19 seconds at the 26-yard line. So Messintosh making some movements, some adjustments here in the backfield again. Johnson switching sides. This is going to be a slants play. Has a man wide open. That's Laundry. And this is going to be down to 46. Nice one play there that picks up a great deal of yardage, putting him at the 46-yard line. Let me tell you, Messentire so far on the day, 212 yards. That's enough for a game for some quarterbacks. Interesting to see how this thing is going to play out as we get to the second half here. Even the first, he may even get more points on the board here with 12 seconds left and one timeout. Spread formation, Browns have on the field. Dolphins are playing back in coverage. This ball's going to go to the sideline, but out of bounds. Can't bring it in. 14 of 17. Probably his first dangerous throw of the day. So that speaks to how locked in the quarterback has been today. And that one even hit the wide receiver Beckham hands, just couldn't pull it in. 8 seconds left on the clock. Messentire back, has a man open in the flats. He's going to try to do something else with it. Can't do it, takes a sack. And that is going to conclude our first half. Interesting first half here. We saw the Browns come out very dominant the first quarter. Got 10 points on the board. Struggled a little bit during the second. Had a fumble. Had a few fumbles, actually. One of the fumbles were turned over. And then we had the interception. So both defenses have shown up. I will say the Dolphins defense decided to show up later. Nonetheless, they are here now. Dolphins on the year, in reference to SBC, as Patterson making a nice return here to the 29-yard line. Dolphins on the year, point-wise, have scored 34 points per game. That gives them the 4th ranked here in SPC. Yards overall, they're 7th ranked. Pretty good at the run and the pass, 7th and 9th ranked. Defensively, they have allowed their opponents to get 24 points a game. That sounds pretty bad if you're a defensive coordinator. Nonetheless, that does get them the 10th spot overall here in SBC. As we have Freeman with a nice move again, the spin move, just looking like a little Barry Sanders out there. Left to right he goes. Look at this. He gets it. He cuts back, and then he cuts back again. All of that action. Nonetheless, it's an 8-yard gain. That's enough to make you stay up at nighttime if you're a defensive coordinator. You have to plan for this thing. How are you going to stop him? Are you going to fill the box? Or are you going to play the pass? Jackson, shotgun formation. 2nd and 2, 37-yard line. Looks like there's going to be a blitz. Jackson trying to find some space to get out of there. Does that. Tries to throw it to the wide receiver, but he didn't really make an aggressive attempt to get the ball. So that pass is going to be incomplete to Parker. As you see, he got played there. I think that's Williams coming over to knock it free. So here we are at the first big decision of the second half. How will the Dolphins try to get this first down? It is 3rd and 2. This is a running or passing first down. They out with the pass, and they find Jackson beams the ball to Freeman. Surprised he held on to it. Came to right at him. Almost took his helmet off. Look at this. By the time he turned around, the ball was in his face. Jackson back in shotgun again. Looking and looking and looking. He's going to go to the far side. And Ward almost got that one. That pass could have gone either way. It could have been a big play or a no play. Ends up being a no play. Here we have Jackson in shotgun, patiently waiting on a 2nd and 10. Goes to Parker over the middle, who makes a nice juke move to get the first down. As it finally seems like the Dolphins are starting to get in rhythm with their quarterback. We thought we saw this early on with the first half. It ended up being a fumble. Jackson is shotgun again, waiting patiently, goes over the middle. Contest by the defensive linebacker, but he couldn't bring it in either. Ball simply ends up an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. So we see the aggressiveness of the Miami Dolphins starting to kick in, as they are now at a 2nd and 10, already at the 45-yard line. So if they can keep this going, see Jackson here trying to do a read option, does get hammered. Probably should have handed that one off. As you see Avery come in, he wasn't fooled at all. Takes him down quickly. This is going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Jackson decides to go ISO in the backfield. He's going to get a little bit of pressure, trying to find a man wide open. He does, but it's just not his man. It's Smith, and Smith is off to the races. He's at the 50, tries to cut in, down to the 47 of the Dolphins. So again, we've seen the good and the bad, and that has led to more turnovers for the Dolphins, as the Browns are now with the ball. Hunt has it, gets about a 4-yard gain. The referee is going to call a face mask, and those are 15 yards per pop. So that's going to put them at the 26-yard line. You have to be upset if you're the Dolphins. You just had the ball thinking you were about to bring this thing to a tie, and now you're looking at trying to stop them from taking the score even higher, as Hunt gets the ball again directly up the center of the offense. Gets 5 yards. Staying in front of the 6. The 6 is what the Browns are doing, picking up 5 yards on that first down. Messentire nowhere to throw. He's going to go with a Patrick Mahomes baseball type throw there. Attempted to go across his body, 1 foot in the air. Didn't quite work out for him. Nonetheless, it was interesting to watch.
On the double. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Messentire is shotgun.
Yep. Motion. Hey, watch it.
Ball is snapped. Messentire about to go down. He does. That is the second sack of the day for Moffitt. He takes him down. If you remember, Moffitt got him right before the end of the half, and this time it counts for something more greater. It counts for a stop, and that is going to force the Browns to go for 3, giving them the 10-point lead they had earlier back, as we are now back where we were right at the second half, close of the second half. 10-point lead for the Browns. Dolphins down in this situation. Patterson with the ball does get a decent yard gain here up to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Tighten up.
Jackson back, gets out of the pocket, has space for a little bit, goes to the flat again. Last time we saw O'Leary do this, he fumbled the ball. This time he wisely takes a wider angle, goes down after gaining 6. So Jackson trying his best to get his team involved here, get them back in the game the way that he wants them to be, of course on top. But that all starts with getting at least 3 more points, hopefully 7 out of this drive. Jackson back in shotgun, making some motions to Parker. Jackson patiently waiting, goes deep in the crowd again of 3 Brown players. Already has 3 interceptions on the day. Decides he's going to chance this on a 2nd and 4. Almost brought it down, but still incomplete as they face a 3rd and 4 at this point. So Jackson out in shotgun formation. Has a bunch to the left of the field. Looks like they have a call on the field here. This one's going to be a pass to Parker, completed for a first down. 3rd and 4 will not hold, as that 3rd and 4 is changed to a 3rd and 14. We know coming into this game, the Miami Dolphins had a lot of problems with their line, not supporting them on passing plays in terms of just doing a little extra, holding. So much of a problem that their coach hit me up before the game and asked, "What's going on here? Can I get some help with these guys?" This is a true story, people. Jackson back in shotgun again, and all of the action we're getting here from Jackson, the holding call, the hit you see him taking there in the backfield, he completes the out route off a 3rd and 17, proving that he is what he is. Goes again. And we have a first down. If this holds, that could be pass interference. They're going to call Mason Wood for the hold this time. We just highlighted this, how this team was having holding problems, and their coach, he wanted to find out what was going on. He tried to use the PAA to increase some of these things. There's some articles. It has been applied to his team, and still we see it being an issue here in the playoff game, as Freeman with the spin move after spin move probably should have been down for a 2nd and 20, but that's going to be a 6-yard gain. Look at that right there in the backfield, followed by another one. Freeman showing off his skill today. It'll be a shame to see this guy go home. He's putting his heart on the field. We want to see more of this. Jackson back in shotgun. Stack formation on both sides of the field. Jackson has a little bit of time here, but it's going to be taken away quickly as he waited a little too long. That's 2nd and 14, now a 3rd and 22. Dolphins have to keep their composure as their offensive linemen have put them in deep, you know what, trying to get the first down. We'll see what they come up here on 3rd and 22. Jackson again back. Browns have 2 safeties over the top. Jackson tries to make something happen with his feet. Thought he saw one of his guys open. The good news about that play is that it did not result in an interception. It will give his defense a chance to come on a bit on the field in good field position if this punt lands out of bounds or deep into their territory. It does. It's going to go out to 16, which gives the Browns bad starting field position. Nobody likes starting anywhere within the 20-yard line. Though we've gotten a touchdown from the Browns, has not been the type of dominating performance I thought I would see from the Browns, but still ahead right now. McIntyre out. Hunt gets free on their first down. The Browns are doing an excellent job of staying ahead of the chains on first down as they pick up 6 this time. We talked about the Dolphins earlier. The Browns on the offense a little higher ranked. They are 3rd in SPC in reference to scoring, putting up 36 points a game. Well behind that margin today, which you would expect in a playoff game. But nonetheless, this game is far from over as we have McIntyre dropping back. And McIntyre going down again. This time it's going to be Oliver Vernon who gets him. I thought that was Moffitt that got to him again from the same side, but this time Vernon sneaks in for his share. So that the left side of that line really is getting a lot of pressure on Mayfield. McIntyre. We'll see if he can keep that up. 3rd and 14. They're going to go deep over the middle, and this probably should have been picked off. They tried to go to Beckham. I thought it was grabbed, but nonetheless, the ball falls short. 4th and 14. If you're that player, you have to be upset about it. You had a potential game-changing play in your hands. Still a good job nonetheless. So the Browns defense steps back on the field. They have been ranked 4th in SPC this season, only giving up 22 points per game. Excellent in the run as they're ranked 3rd with 169. Excellent in the pass where they've ranked out as 169 yards per game, gives them 3rd place. And in their running game, they ranked number 11. So we'll see how the Dolphins try to crack the code. Already with a few interceptions here on the day. They go to Freeman to start this drive off. Freeman looks like he wants more of the ball if they just hand it to him. He gets 1 yard there. Small yards right now, but he is breaking through that front. Just hasn't had the big run yet. Looks like it's right around the corner from him if they can feed him. Jackson under center this time. Has 1 wide receiver out. Ball is snapped. It's going to be a handoff to Freeman again. So Miami trying to get that ball in the field goal range of nothing else. 3rd and 5 is where they are on the marker. 43-yard line. 3rd quarter with a minute left to go. They need to get on the board here in order to make a run for the lead in the 4th. Pressure formation here by the Browns. Jackson in the backfield. No protection. Making some adjustments with his wideouts. Ball is snapped, pressure's on, and the pass is caught by Howard. Howard's going to go to the 10. He gets all the way to the 3-yard line. Howard beats the blitz. Jackson wisely goes right over the center, darts it, and there's a foot race, and he gets taken down at the 3-yard line. The action Jackson strikes again as we are sitting here looking at a potential scoring opportunity for the Miami Dolphins. The second time they made it to the red zone. We know what happened last time. Let's see what they come up with this time as Jackson's going to come out. 1 wide receiver. They hand it off to Freeman. Freeman trying to fight. Does a good job picking up 2, but not enough for the touchdown. Does get to the 1-yard line as we conclude our 3rd quarter. Third quarter is now complete in the books. 13-3 is a score. Browns still on top. 10 points seems like a lot, but the Miami Dolphins have this ball at the 1 yard line as he's ready to try to get this thing across that goal line. As you get a nice shot at First Energy Stadium there. And here we have Jackson back down. We have the Browns come out in the goal line stance. They're ready for action. It's going to be a toss to Freeman. Freeman tries to go outside with the juke. He gets across the goal. It's a touchdown. Freeman's in for the touchdown. The score just made this game real. The score now with the extra point will be 13-10. 9:57 left on the clock. It's going to be a dogfight as we are here in the fourth quarter of the Browns' house. The Dolphins trying to come back. Can they do the magic here and get the ball back in their hands without letting the Browns score? AFC champion of last season in a dogfight here in wildcard round with their rookie quarterback, Messentire. You see the numbers there at the top of the screen. Miami 223 yards on a day. Browns 198. As we have Hunt, who's been doing it all day on first down, picks up nearly another first down, leaving them with 2nd and inches to go. This is excellent play calling, excellent field position where you want to be at 2nd down by the Browns. Messentire under center in a strong formation. Shift to the line of scrimmage by the Dolphins. A little bit of pressure. They had enough of this Hunt stuff. They're trying to bring guys to the line of scrimmage, and they do that. But it backfires on me as we have Khalil Mack. Haven't called his name yet today, but right here, where this is going to be a tackle with a face mask, giving them another 15-yard gain. That's 30 yards they give up on face mask alone, the Dolphins defense. So we have a lot of penalties affecting the Dolphins from face mask calls. And there he goes, down to the ground. 57 gets in. That is the man we said we hadn't heard anything about. And here comes the Mack attack, taking Messentire down as the fourth quarter is getting full of action. 8:40 left. 2nd and 17. Messentire back. He's under pressure again. And there goes the Mack attack. He's coming in strong for 2 in a row. It's going to be trouble if they can't get their hands on him. You already had Mofish get in there for 1. And then you have Vernon. And now you have the Mack attack coming in. Oh, wow. 3rd and 27. Mack pretty much takes away the face mask penalty against himself and against his teammate from the previous call on those 2 sacks. Messentire back 3rd and 27. He has a ways to go here. Patient in the pocket, and this pass is going to be well overthrown. 14 of 20. Started off so smooth on the day. Looks like the Mack is starting to give him some fear. So maybe I don't need to say these people's name. When I say their name, they start popping up. Excellent punt here by the Browns as this ball goes out of bounds at the 7-yard line. That's going to give them a nice ways to go for a touchdown, which is what you want if you are a Browns fan. You had the lead 13-10. You want to pressure these guys and make them go the length of the field. Slow offense, make them, as they said back in the day, articulate the ball up the field. That was the Kansas City Chiefs coach from way back then. I forgot the guy's name. But anyway, it's on NFL films. They start this off with Freeman having the ball in his hands, 2nd and 8. Both running backs doing their damage to the defense today, as now Jackson's going to come out under center, tight end to the right of the line. Jackson making some motions as well as the Browns defense. Clock is ticking. Ball is snapped. It's pressure coming in. Jackson has a man open. Freeman, some reason, overthrew him by a mile, but he was open and ready to go the distance if he can get that. Had a block out in front and everything. Just couldn't get the ball. Ball was released a little too early, probably from the pressure that Jackson felt. They sent about 6 guys that time, so didn't have a lot of time to get rid of it. That's going to put us at a 3rd and 8. Jackson being bold. The play call is bold. No one in the backfield. They scored last time they tried this. Jackson tries to pitch through the line but can't do it as he was sniffed out by Garrett. So we've seen the 2 big names on defensive line come through from Mack on the Dolphins, and now Garrett for the Browns, who forces a 3 and out. From the 9-yard line, the ball is punted, and it goes to Landry, who's going to try to make his thing happen here as he gets through 2 tackles, and this is a problem, and looks like he's going to go all the way, but he gets clipped up at the 27-yard line. Heck of a return by him. You see it there. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and then finally he goes down. So the Browns trying to hold on here. This could be the drive to put a close to the Dolphins' attempt to come back. If they can get a touchdown, this is going to be a handoff to Hunt. Hunt does have the ball going to the sideline. Stiff arms, but the stiff arm couldn't get out all the way. Hunt, as we said earlier, been doing it all day long on first down. Almost getting first downs all day long, as that time he accumulates another 9-yard gain on first down. Hunt getting the ball to outside again. The stretch play is killing the Dolphins right now as they're able to utilize this and move the change. The zone running scheme coming to play. Dolphins against the score, against the clock, against the crowd. Everything is against them right now. Messentire under center, 2 wide receivers to the left. Messentire hands the ball off to Johnson this time. Johnson gets taken down though. Not a big production on that one. Shut down with 3 yards. Probably should have put Hunt back in the game. He's been getting about 9 yards a pop there. But there you have it. Messentire on the field again. Tight formation out of shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left. 2 high safeties. Looking and looking and looking. This is going to be a pass to another rookie. Messentire. He goes down. That looks serious. I don't think he's going to make his way back to the game. That's Messentire's third catch of this game. Rookie to rookie. They've been connecting all season long, but that may be his last play of the day. As we are already late here in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 1. Big down here. Strong formation. They're going to hand it off to Hunt. And the Dolphins ready for it. They're going to call this a 4th and 3. Big play call here. Do you go for the 3 and give the Dolphins the ball back with a chance to take a touchdown and score? Or do you put your team out there to go for it and try to put the dagger in the heart? And the Browns, in Brown fashion, decide they're going to send their team out to try to go for this one. Messentire in the backfield by himself. Throws with the quickness to Beckham, and he has it. And he's out of bounds just that fast. As we said, there's a shoulder tear there on Messentire, the wide receiver. Looks like he may be able to return. Right now, the more important story is that it's 1st and goal. Strong formation. Browns trying to put the lock on the door. And even if the Miami Dolphins stop them on this drive, they just created more time to be wasted, even if they come away with nothing on this drive, by getting that first down, as the clock is now dwindling down with 4 minutes on it. Messentire, shotgun formation. It is going to be a pass play. Has the time, does go wide. Oh my goodness, I thought it was picked off. Dangerous throw. You see the linebacker go right in front of the wide receiver. Almost snagged it, but just couldn't pull it in. 3rd and goal again. Dangerous times we are in, as we are at the 3:59 minute. 4th quarter, 7-yard line. Messentire back. Shotgun formation. Sticking with the close wide receivers to the left. This is going to be a handoff to Johnson. Johnson has space, has the blocks, trying to crawl his way to the end zone, but can't get there. Gets all the way to the 1-yard line. More than what you could have bargained for right there, as you see him stumbling and somehow still able to maintain his balance. Gets to the 1-yard line, finally takes the fall. Again, if you are a Browns fan, you want a touchdown here to shut the door. 3 points are good, but you never know in the great land of SPC if that will be enough. Looks like we're going to switch to heavy side of the formation. Dolphins, they follow suit and do the same. Ball does go that direction. It's going to be a handoff, and it's going to be Hunt to the end zone for 6 points. That gives them a 9-point lead, possible 10 with the extra point. That may be the door being shut, closed, locked, cemented, as the extra point goes through, giving them that 10-point lead they held on to all game long. Despite the Dolphins being able to come back here and there, making it 3, the Browns are able to maintain their 10-point lead with a little over 3 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter, as this ball off the kickoff goes out of bounds. That's going to give the Dolphins a start at the 25-yard line. Can't wait to see what they do. Definitely want to score here. You definitely want to score quick, but you don't want to be too aggressive to the point where you are hazardous with the ball. Get a chance to see how Jackson's going to play this, as we have 2 high safeties on the Browns team playing defense. I'm looking at Jackson. Jackson is back in the shotgun formation. Receives the ball. There's pressure coming both sides. Jackson can't get rid of it. Thought he had more time. You saw what happened there. Avery gets the sack. Maybe a credit to Garrett because Garrett put the pressure on him from the other side. And he gets picked up at the last second by Freeman, which then leads him right into the arms of Avery. 2nd and 22. Clock is still ticking. May feel a little helpless unless something happens here on this play. Another blitz coming strong. Jackson quickly throws it. We just talked about being a hazard to yourself. He already has 3 interceptions on the day. You see the pressure coming in. The disadvantage for the Dolphins is that the Browns know they have to pass this ball. So you have to be sure where you're going with the ball, quick with it. They're sending the pressure, putting the pressure on top of the pressure to make sure that ball comes out quick and cause the yards gain to be short. As we have now a little bit of a zone being played. Jackson's going to take this one on foot, and he drops the ball of all times. I think it does get picked up by a Dolphin. Can't see who grabbed the recovery, but Jackson, you see him there trying to make something happen on a 3rd down, and he gets taken down by Garrett and a few others there. Pressure on here for the Dolphins. 4th and 18. If they don't get this somehow, you can pretty much call it a quit for them in terms of their season. Everything on the line here in this one play. They just need a simple conversion just to stay alive in this one with a 2-minute warning now here. Both teams have their timeouts. Here we go. There's some switching going on here with the formation. Jackson, 4th and 18. Pressure comes by Garrett. He is down. They are out. Barring a miracle by the defense getting a turnover with some quick stops. They do have their 3 timeouts. They can get this ball back, but they have to be efficient in their wrapping up. As we have Hunt here on 1st down again. Hunt this time 75 yards on the day, 2 touchdowns, picks up 3. Probably the minimum amount he's picked up all day on 1st down, to be honest, has been on that 1 carry of 3 yards. Miami not calling a timeout. I'm not sure what the philosophy here is with this. They have all 3 of them. They can possibly get the ball back, and then an onside kick, you never know, and the time is ticking away as they simply, I think we're being shut out here. Is a Twitch being cut off? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if that's what's happening, that's what's happening. Looks like they are going to cut the game feed at this point, figuring the game is over as we saw the kneel down come in. Sad, sad, sad. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Wild card weekend comes to a conclusion. Score down by 10, where the Browns take the lead by 10, as they will probably advance as the Dolphins in their season. Strong run by Jackson in his campaign for SPC 3rd season. If you want to join SPC, please do so by reaching out to us on daddyleague.com/SPC. We also have a fan page at Sim League. What is this? Sim League /CLUB. Yeah, Sim League /CLUB. Or, of course, you can just tweet me over SPC Network, and be sure to check out our YouTube page if possible. We always love to have more people in our chat. Until then, SPC, where Sim players play.